Good morning, my students. I am Jerry Wheeler, your macroeconomics teacher for class 11, and today we are going to learn about definitions of economics and difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics, and we learn about normative economics and positive economics. So let's start our video. So this is video number second of microeconomics, and we are doing chapter number 1. So today we will learn about the definitions of economics given by different authors. So first definition of economics is what? Wealth definition, which is given by Adam Smith. Then second definition which came is what? Material welfare definition, which is given by Alfred Marshall. Then third one is come, that is scarcity definition, which is given by Lionel Robbins, which is also known as Lord Robbins. Okay, and the fourth one is what? Growth oriented definition, or you can say growth definition, given by Paul A. Samuelson. So first we will learn about wealth definition. So wealth definition, which is also known as classical definition of economics. Again say, wealth definition is also known as classical definition of economics. It is given by Adam Smith. Actually, Adam Smith is known as the father of modern economics. As you can see, I have written also Adam Smith, known as the father of modern economics. Sometime it comes in marks of one number marks, that 1 marks question, that who is the father of modern economics. So you will write Adam Smith. Okay, so he has given this definition of economics, that is known as wealth definition or classical definition. He has given this definition in 1776. Okay, actually he has written a book which is known as An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nations in 1976. In that year he has given this definition in that book. Okay, so what it emphasizes, just read this definition. Economics deals with wealth alone. Again say, economics deals with wealth alone. So he said that economics is all about money, because wealth means money. But here the wealth means not only money. Actually he emphasized the production and expansion of wealth as the subject matter of economics. He said economics is all about the production of things, and then expansion of wealth as the subject matter. What? First you produce the goods, and then you are going to expand them. How? By you can say by giving them to peoples, so people will purchase them. So it is all about what? Money, related to the money, he said. Okay, so what he said, economics deals with wealth alone. Now when he has given this definition of economics, wealth definition, so it was criticized a lot. There's a lot of criticism against this definition of economics. So as this definition emphasized wealth, the people thought it is all about money. So there is no doubt that we have to study about wealth in economics. In economics we are going to, whatever we are studying is directly related to the money only. But it can be only part of the study. We can say wealth is the only part of economics only. Not wealth alone is the part of economics. Is not only wealth alone. Okay, we can say wealth is a part of economics. There is other side also of economics, that is study of man, because economics study the man activities also. So proper study of mankind should be, you can say, economics, and not only wealth. So if you are saying that economics is wealth alone, so it would be little wrong. Okay, so that's why it is criticized a lot. So because it's criticized a lot, so one more definition came in year 1890, that is known as material welfare definition. Which definition? Material welfare, which is also known as neoclassical definition. It is given by Alfred Marshall. Who has given this definition? Alfred Marshall. Okay, so Alfred Marshall has also written a book which is known as Principles of Economics, which is published in year 1890. In that book only he has defined economics as, economics is the study of all those activity which are undertaken to acquire those material goods which promote welfare of mankind. Now he focused totally on the welfare of mankind, given by Alfred Marshall. But what happened, as the previous one, that is wealth definition, criticized by the people, this definition is also criticized by people. Okay, especially Robbins has criticized this definition. So according to Marshall, economics studies about material goods. Okay, he said what? That economics is studies only material goods, but this is not so. Lord Robbins feels that economists should not limit their attention to material welfare. Okay, actually that Marshall said that economics is all about production, because producing those goods which promote the human's welfare, which fulfill the requirements of people. That is only what you can say. This is only about economics. So he said it is not about only material. Who? Robbins said. Robbins feels that economics should not limit their attention to material welfare. There are things that are non-material, but they promote human welfare. Like you can say services of doctors, teachers, lawyers, engineers, dancers, professors. So these services are not visible, but these are not material things. Okay, these are not producing things. Okay, but it is non-material, but still it is providing what? Welfare to human, because teachers are making the futures of the students, okay, by giving them the right directions and the proper knowledge. So they are also providing the service, and it is non-material. So we can't say that it is the only about material welfare. Okay, that's why it is criticized by the Robbins. So as it is criticized, this material welfare definition is criticized by Robbins. So Robbins itself has given one more definition, that is called scarcity definition of economics, which is given in year 1932. Okay. Lord Robbins also had written a book which is known as An Essay on Nature and Significance of Economic Science, which was published in 1932. In that book only he said that economics studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means, which have alternative uses. Now what he said, it is a studies of human behavior. How? As a relationship between what? Between end and scarce means. Now what is the meaning of here ends, scarce means, and what alternative uses? So here ends means human wants, and scarce means scarcity of resources, limitations of resources which are limited, not in too much strength you can say. And then what? Alternative uses. Alternative means different uses, having more than one use, or you can say multiple uses. So these three words are what? Human ends means human wants, scarce means what? Scarcity of resources, and alternative uses means different or multiple use. So he said that it is a study about human behavior as a relationship between the human wants and the scarcity of resources, and the resources which are scarce having multiple uses. Now it is given by Lionel Robinson or Lionel Robbins. Now it is also criticized by the peoples. Why? Because Robbins' definition of economy has also been criticized by many economists, because they feel all the problems of economics do not arise from scarcity. People feel that Robbins has put his focus on scarcity. He said that yes, that all the economics problems arise due to scarcity. Yes, he is correct. But people says that all the problems of economics not comes from scarcity, not from the limitations of things, but some problems are there which arises from the abundance of things. Abundance means things which are more than enough. Like you can say problem of overpopulation. Now population is more. Okay, the population of India is too much, so it is overpopulation, and because of that overpopulation, what happened? We are getting many people are unemployed. So it is also population of economics, but it is not of scarcity, but it is of abundance. Okay, so we can't say that economics is all about scarcity. That's why this definition is also criticized by the people. So after observing all these definitions which are given by Adam Smith, Marshall and Robbins, finally in year 1948, growth definition of economics came, which is given by Paul A. Samuelson. He said that economics is the study of how people and society choose with or without the use of money. He said that it is not only about money. He said they can choose what? With or without the use of money to employ the scarce productive resources which have alternative uses. So it's all about how you choose them, how you utilize them. What? The scarce resources, okay, with or without money, to produce various commodities over time and distribute them for consumption now, or you can say in the future, among various persons or groups in society. So basically what he done, this definition combines the essential elements of the definition which is given by Marshalls and Robbins. Okay, because Marshall says that it is all about, you can say that material welfare, and then Robbins says that it is about scarcity. So he combines both of them and then give the proper mix of that definitions. So accordingly, economics is what? It is concerned with the efficient allocation what efficient allocation and use of scarce means. First you have to use your resources, choose your resources properly, and then you have to utilize those resources in a proper way. So as a result of which, what will happen? The economic growth is increased. So and social welfare will be also promoted itself. So this definition has been accepted universally. After that, it did not receive any criticism. Okay. So these are the definitions which are given by the authors. So I hope it is clear to you, these definitions. Now we will move to our next topic, that is branches of economics. What branches of economics? Now the economics, maybe you have seen also and you have heard that the branches of economics, that economics is divided into two parts, microeconomics and macroeconomics. Right now you are studying what? Microeconomics in class 11. In class 12 you will study about macroeconomics. Just pay attention, micro, M-I-C-R-O, and macro, M-A-C-R-O. These both are the types of, or you can say branches of economics only. Okay, so first one is what? Microeconomics. So the word microeconomics is made from the two words, that is micro and economics, where this micro, M-I-C-R-O, is taken from the word micros, M-I-K-R-O-S. Micros is a Greek word, okay, Greek language word, which means small. Okay, now why it is small? It means that small economics. So what do we mean by small economics? It means it is economics and it is a study of the behavior of individual economic units. Now individual unit is less than, or you can say smaller than, the whole units. Whole units means that bigger if we talk about all individuals peoples. So a behavior of a individual is smaller behavior of all the peoples of a world. So we can say that in economics we are studying about small problems of economy. So you can say what is that, or you can say example of economics is macroeconomics is what? Demand for salt by an individual. What I'm saying? Demand for salt by an individual. We are studying what is the demand which is created by an individual, or you can say one family, which is created by one family for salt. So it is a study of the behavior of what? Of individuals, single peoples, or you can say economic units, or you can say one family, or you can say one colony. Okay, so it is called microeconomics. Whereas if we talk about macroeconomics, so in this word also made from two words, that is macros, macro, M-A-C-R-O, and economics, where macro is taken from the word macros, M-A-K-R-O-S, which is also a Greek word, and this macros means large. M-I-C-R-O, micro, means small, and M-A-K-R-O, macros, means large. It is the study of aggregates, means total, or averages covering the entire economy. Here the word is what? Entire economy. Here we are not going to talk about one individual person, but we're talking about all the peoples. Okay, that's why it is written there, entire economy. And if we talk about example of macroeconomics, so we can say demand for salt by the whole country. In macroeconomics we have seen that here the example is what? Demand for salt by an individual, but here we're talking about what? By the whole country. Here is only one family, demand by one family, but here we're talking about the whole country, all the families of the country. Okay, this is called macroeconomics. So we can say that macroeconomics level is bigger than the microeconomics. So let's further divide this one into two parts, macroeconomics and macroeconomics, and then we will discuss their differences. Okay, so let's see first the basis, that is beginning. Okay, then macroeconomics and macroeconomics. This difference is given in your book Wiki Ori also, but I am providing you these notes in a simple language so that it can help you to score good marks. And I am telling you, if you make these notes and writing these notes in exam also, so you can score plus 90%. Okay, so just go through this one and note down these all things in your copies and learn them. Like first one is what? Meaning of macroeconomics and macroeconomics. So first we'll talk about macroeconomics. So macroeconomics is that part of economics, as we know that these both are the part of economics only, which studies what? The behavior of individual units of an economy. Just earlier we have seen already. Macroeconomics is what? It is that part of economic which studies the behavior of what? Not individual but aggregates of the economy as a whole, all peoples. Okay, then comes about tools. Which tools we are using in microeconomics? So we are studying what? Demand and supply are main tools of what? Microeconomics. What? Demand and supply, which you are going to study in this book. in coming chapters. Okay, then if we talk about macroeconomics, so here what we are talking about, aggregate demand. See, here only single demand, but here what we are talking about, aggregate, total of all the demands. And aggregate supply means total of all the supply are the main tools of macroeconomics. Okay, now next point is what, the basis of difference is what, objective. So it aims to determine the price of commodity or factors of production. What is the aim of macroeconomics? Its aim is to what, to find the price of a commodity or the factors of production, which are the factors which are using in the process of production. That things we are studying in the macroeconomics. If we talk about macroeconomics, it aims to determine the income and the employment level of the economy, that how many people are employed and what is the national income. These things we are trying to achieve in macroeconomics. Then comes aggregations. So which type of aggregations we are studying in microeconomics? It involves limited degree of aggregation. For example, we can say market supply is derived by, if we wants to check how much supply is there in market, so it is derived by the aggregations of the individual supply of all producers in a particular market. For example, I can say that if I have to find, I'm living in a campus and I have opened a shop, okay, and I want to check how much, what is the demand of people's, what is the demand for people for the rice. So I have to check the demand of all the peoples of the colony. Okay, so what is the demand by what they can demand, that would be the supply of my rice. Okay, so that is the demand by a whole colony or whole campus. So that little degree of aggregation is there. Okay, now if we talk about macroeconomics, so it involves the highest degree of aggregation. For example, aggregate supply is derived for the entire economy, not for one colony or not campus, but here we're talking about the whole economy. Okay, whole country demand. What is the whole country demand for rice? That is called, that comes under macroeconomics. Now if we talk about assumptions, so when we are studying macroeconomics, so we are assuming all the macro variables like national income, consumption, saving, etc. We are assuming as it is. Okay, when we are studying macroeconomics. In the same way, when we are studying macroeconomics, so we are assuming the macro variables to be constant, like remain same, it will not change. We are thinking that, we are assuming that, like prices of individual products, we are assuming that it will remain same when we are studying macroeconomics. Okay, then comes the last one is the second last is what, other name. What is the other name of macroeconomics? It is also known as price theory. What is the other name of macroeconomics? Price theory. What is the other name of macroeconomics? That is income and employment theory, because here we are talking about the national income and we are talking about the employment in the country. Okay, then comes examples of microeconomics, that is individual income. We are studying the issues regarding the individual income, and we're talking about the price of product and individual output, how much is a production done by a firm or two firm, like that. And here we're talking about, in macroeconomics, we're talking about the national income, general price level, national output. Okay, here price of a product, but here we're talking about general price of all the products together. Then national output, national production, how much production done by a country, that comes under this one. And here individual output only coming. Okay, so these are the points which differentiate between the microeconomics and macroeconomics. Now our next topic is coming, positive economics and normative economics. So what is positive economics? I have written this one in the differentiate form so you can learn them properly. First one is meaning. What is positive economics? Positive economics deals with what is or how the economic problems are actually solved. What is, okay, and how the economic problems are actually solved, already solved. Okay, like we can say that we can take any statement, India is overpopulated. So it is a statement, it is a condition of India, we can't do anything about that. Okay, so what steps are taken in past, that things we are studying in positive economics. But if we talk about normative economics, what is normative economics? It deals with what ought to be, what we should do to reduce this population. That comes under normative economics, or how the economic problems should be solved. That things we are talking about or discussed in normative economics. Then comes verification. If you have to verify the actual data, what is the population of India, so what we are doing, we are checking the survey facts, survey report, so we can verify that. But if we talk about normative economics, so it cannot be verified with actual data because it is an opinion. Okay, what should be done? Okay, there should be a two child population, two child policy, or there should be that people should be educated. So these are the opinion of peoples. So opinions comes in normative economics. If we talk about suggestive nature, that then it is based upon facts. Okay, that population of India is this much billions. So it is based on facts only. We are not saying that like that only. In air we are not saying, but facts are there. On the basis of facts only we are saying that the population of India is overpopulated, and thus it is not suggestive, but it is based on facts. But if we talk about normative economics, so it is based upon individual opinion, and therefore it is suggestive in nature. If we talk about value judgments, it does not give any value judgments. Who? Positive economics. It just gives the statements which are already okay. Like you can say that if a price of a product increase, so what will happen? The demand for that product will fall. Suppose that the price of Colgate is 50 rupees. If it becomes 100 rupees, so what will happen? The people will not purchase Colgate, they will purchase Patanjali. Okay, so it does not give any value judgments. It depends on the facts only. But if we talk about normative economics, so it gives what? Value judgment. Value judgments like the price of gas should be lower. Okay, the price of home should be lower so that people can purchase them. Like these things are comes under the normative economics. Now if we talk about examples of positive economics, so like price in Indian economy are constantly rising. This is a statement. This is the thing. This is the fact. Okay, there are inequalities of economics in our economy. So these are facts. Okay, the inequalities in income of our economy. Like a doctor is earning in lakhs, but a teacher is earning in very less. So these are the inequalities of income. In fact, that the doctor is also providing services, and even the teacher also providing good services. Teacher is also making the future of the children. So these both are that you can say same level of job, but what happened? There is inequalities of income. So this is a fact. Now if we talk about normative economics, like we have learned that in positive economics we are talking that prices in India economy are constantly rising. So what it will say? That India should take steps to control rising prices. Okay, we will study these things, that what steps we should take to control these rising prices. Now there are inequalities of income in our economy. So it comes under positive economics because it deals with the what is there in the condition. So what we'll study in this one, what ought to be. So income inequality should be reduced. That it says that we should provide equal income to all the peoples of the society. This is called what? Difference between positive economics and normative economics. This is it for the chapter 1, because one more topic was there in your you can say syllabus earlier, that is what? Central, not so, that is you can say production possibility curve, which is right now deleted by the CBSE. Okay, so this is here we have completed our first chapter in 2 videos. Now in next videos we'll try to complete our second chapter. We'll try to start the second chapter. So till then just note down these notes in your copy and complete the homework. Okay, and just remember one more thing, that I am providing homework right now in homework section also, and just check the you can say class notes option also, because sometimes I am providing homework in class notes option also, because in homework section I am it is limited 1 page, but sometimes I am providing the class notes. I am providing the homework in class notes option also. So just check these both options, class notes options also and homework options also, and complete your homework. Okay, so that you can understand properly. Okay, so thank you class. At last I just want to say, be safe and God bless you all.